What's going on? How you doing out there on TikTok? I thought I saw it's all on the cards out there. I'm not sure. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? That's excellent. I know you're probably cussing me out because I missed a call from you today, but we'll catch up tomorrow. What's going on, SOS? How you doing out there tonight? So happy to see you all tonight. Hey. I think we're going to have a... Oh, look who's here. Jetta from My Rap Tribe. What's going on? How are you? Yes. So did y'all know that we had three special guests last night on the show? We had it was freestyle sessions, and we had SOS come. We also had Trey Savage, aka Pretty Boy Trey Savage, come on, and then we actually had Ghostface from Scream show up. Ghostface from Scream showed up on TikTok and hung out here with us for a little bit. Even showed a knife and ran it across his face. I guess he thought I was going to be scared, but shout out to Ghostface from Scream. He showed up. I guess he has some tricks for the 411 podcast a little early. That's not till next week. But thank you so much to SOS for coming through. Thank you so much for Trey Savage and his crew that came through yesterday. And you know what? What I noticed is that we stayed on for almost like 2 hours yesterday. So it was a 2-hour show yesterday. You know how the vibe is going good when the show carries on like that. So everything was cool. Otherwise, we would not have been hanging out here for 2 hours straight. So welcome to the 411 podcast. We have fellow podcaster coming in tonight, Chaotic. She has a podcast called Chaotic Neutral Podcast. So welcome, Miss Chaotic. We're going to see how chaotic she can get tonight. Yeah, Ghostface, Scream. So song of the day, Leave It Smoking, the remix by Tamia featuring Wale, released in 2018 off of the Passion Like Fire album. There's a couple joints from Tamia that I like, but I will tell you that this one right here is the ultimate for me. And the reason why I like this song so much is because it reminds me of a group called Soul to Soul, which I fell in love with them when I was around the age of 8 and 9. So for Tamia to come out with this in 2018, it has the elements of Keep It Moving. So I'm not sure if y'all know. I'm sure y'all know who Soul to Soul is. You know that song back in the day, Keep It Moving, Don't Stop Like the Hands of Time, TikTok. Y'all know that song. Go listen to Keep It Smoking, Leave It Smoking, excuse me. Go listen to Leave It Smoking. And it's going to remind you some elements of Keep It Moving from back in the day from 1989. So when I heard that, I damn near lost my mind. But it gives you that vibe of that Soul to Soul vibe. Anybody out there is a fan of Soul to Soul, let me know, because man, I lost my mind with them as a kid. When Keep It Moving came out, that's all that I was playing around the house. I want to give a very special shout out to people who support the 411 podcast. Thank you so much. If you are out there on Facebook, if you're out there on Twitter, YouTube, D-Log, Twitch, I got to get it together. If you're out there, drop it in the comments. Let me know where you're calling from so that I know what's going on. And special shout out to Miss SOS. Thank you so much for doing your thing last night. Trey Savage, thank you. Tone, D&K Fashion, Desiree Covington, fellow podcasters, True Podcast, R&B recording artist, Miss Donna Allen. Thank you so much for coming through. You know we doing big things when Donna Allen comes through, the same person that rocks with Mickey Howard and Shaka Khan. Come on now. Shout out to Donna Allen. Farrell Higginbotham, Mr. Trenton, New Jersey. Bethany, she has a business called Fuck Being Fat. Y'all go ahead and support her. Mr. Raymond Peppers, thank you so much for, holding me down on Facebook out there. And of course, my brother, Mr. Nate Perry. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, Jetta. I know you guys worked hard. What happened? What happened, Jetta? That's what's up. I'm glad that you're a Soul to Soul fan. I love Soul to Soul. Again, if you're out there on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, DLive, Twitch, people out there on Instagram, go ahead and tag your friends and let them know what's going on inside the 411 podcast right here tonight. We have Chaotic Neutral coming in the building, and Tara Nicole, life coach Tara Nicole. Thank you so much for hanging out there on TikTok. Go ahead and tag your friends and let them know what we got going on, because it's getting ready to go down. So now, let's go ahead and rewind this thing a little bit. But you know what, though? Sometimes when things get canceled or things get, put on pause, or we may not understand the reason why, but later on you're going to understand. You're going to look back and you're going to be like, okay, I get it. I understand. I know what's going on. There are so many things that we want sometimes in life, and we just have to understand that it might be a part of the plan. It might be a part of the process. There might be something bigger that's on the other side. And remember, when one closes, the next door just might be open. So you'll be all right. Doing the thing. Shout out to Miss Jetta from my rap tribe. Y'all go ahead and shout her out. Go check her out. And, me and Jetta got some things coming up in the future. So, the 411 podcast going to show mad love to my rap tribe coming real soon. So hang tight. That might be the next door that might be open. Beauty Avon 819. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming through. TikTok was going on. So now, for those of you out there, I want to know, how do you fight temptation when it just comes up and, taps you on the shoulder and is like, hey, what's up? You forgot about me, but I'm here. How do you fight temptation when that thing just be right there on your neck, like, I'm here. You thought that you shook me off. You thought you got rid of me. You thought that you forgot about me. But I'm letting you know I'm right here. I'm right here, right now, and we getting ready to do this thing. So what you gonna do? So how do you fight temptation these days when it shows up and it rears its ugly head?
Hi.
Hey. Welcome to the 411.
Lovely to be here.
Excellent. So now, before we get on into it, first thing I'm going to ask you is, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from my dorm room of ye old West Virginia. So.
Oh, West Virginia. The state that's like super small, right? You can like drive through it in like 5 minutes.
Basically, you can, everything is pretty close by, or it's in small areas like trees, and if you go far enough, you'll be in corn, which basically means you're in Ohio. So.
Because I remember every time I go through West Virginia, I'm like, oh, I'm in West Virginia. And then 2 seconds later, you're out of West Virginia. I was like, oh, it's real small. So you said you're in college?
Yes.
Okay. What are you going to school for?
I'm going to school so I can major in communication disorders, and so far it's not bad. Then again, I'm a freshman, so it's like, the years ahead of me. It's like, get ready.
This is interesting. So I bet the parties, have they been out of control so far?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones that I like, I normally stay on campus and just chill, do my homework. Though Halloween, like this whole month, I'm like, yes, I'm going all out for activities on campus and seeing what they have.
Okay. So I'm gonna call you a youngster because you're younger than I am. Way younger than I am.
Yeah.
Okay. So when temptation rears its ugly head, you know, I'm sure you got a lot of temptation going on. How do you handle it?
No, well, I'm kind of stubborn on most things. I don't really like give in.
Mhm.
So if it's like really close to like me falling into that temptation, what I do is normally I get distracted pretty easily. So I just find something else to distract myself or like to keep me from not going through with that temptation. I'm like, well, let me do this other thing so that way I don't do that.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Find something else to do to take your mind off of it. That's always worked for me as well. Okay. So now you have a podcast.
Yeah.
Chaotic Neutral. So explain the name. How'd you come up with the name?
So I started a podcast a year ago, and basically to find a name, I was like going through like D&D stuff, and I was like, for my character spreadsheet, I was like, I don't know if my character's chaotic good or chaotic neutral. And one of my classmates was like, oh, you're kind of more, you're more chaotic neutral. Your character's chaotic good. Because the setup of my podcast is very much chaotic neutral. Like, it's basically organized chaos. Like, there's structure to it, and it's, you know, full on all over the place.
Give me some examples of how you're all over the place.
So I go from talking about squirrels, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I got lost in Walmart twice, and then how I drank 2 quarts of apple juice in one sitting. It's how basically I just go like from topic to topic. I'm like, yeah, I once saw a squirrel eat a tortilla shell, and then I'll be like, yeah, there's like so many cool things on campus. Like there was like a car, like an annual car bash on campus. So basically they get like a car, and then you get $1 for 2 minutes to like hit the car. Also, so much fun.
Wait,
yeah, I just go all over the place.
Wait, just a damn minute. Let's rewind this thing here. You said that there is an annual car bash where you pay to hit whose car?
Like, it's just an old beat up car. Like, I think they get it from.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
Not someone's like actual car. It's
Yeah,
like an old car.
I'm like, so you guys just tear the car up to pieces?
Yeah, for fun, you know, it's like a stress reliever. There's actually going to be pumpkin smashing in a couple days, so another thing to just relieve stress. I actually have part of the car that I made into a necklace.
I want to know who's going to clean up those pumpkins when they smash them all over the place, because that's a mess.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun.
Huh. So we got car smashing, we got pumpkin smashing. What are some other things that college kids are doing these days?
Let me think. There's a lot going on for Halloween. Like, for instance, a lot of costumes, like parties and stuff, and like costume challenges. And I'm like, for me, I literally made it a challenge for myself. Like every day for the month of October, I put on a Halloween costume or like a crazy makeup look.
Oh, okay.
And
so
yeah, like what did I have today? I had Freddy Krueger today.
Oh, okay. So we can talk about Freddy Krueger. So I was like maybe like 8, must have been 7, 8 years old, and my It was my father's idea because he never was really the smartest person in the world. So he decided to take me to a movie, and it was a Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it was part three. So if someone is real savvy and can know the year when Nightmare on Elm Street part three came out, but that was my first like real time that I actually really got scared. I was in the movies and everything was cool, but let me tell you, afterwards, it was not good at all. And I was misbehaving because I didn't want to go to bed because I just saw the movie. And my father said something so stupid, well, like, if you don't go to bed, then I'm going to go and have Freddy Krueger come and get you. So now he said that to a 7 or 8 year old. And let me tell you, that movie really rocked me. But in such a weird way that I look forward to all of the movies that came out after it. So I was the first one right there watching all of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And I was like, hell, listen, maybe if I watch them and I embrace them, then, Freddy won't come and get me. So that was my thought process.
I searched, and part 3 came out in 1987. So yeah, it definitely was before I was born.
I was 7 years old when my dad mentally scarred me with saying that Freddy Krueger was going to come get me at night.
Now, did you see there's a new Chucky TV series? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that. What's that on?
It's on YouTube, but it's also on like Sci-Fi.
Oh, so it's on YouTube, and it's a Chucky series?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that they actually... Oh, okay. There is a part of YouTube that you pay for the movies. It's on that one?
Well, I think because it's on... I looked at like the USA Network, part of like Sci-Fi, so I think they publish it also on YouTube. There's only 2 episodes out so far.
Okay. Did you see the Scream MTV version of Scream when it came out?
Oh, listen, I love everything Halloween. Literally, my dorm door, like for my room, has so many like Halloween stuff. Has memes. It has characters like I got Ghostface. I got Michael Myers. I got technically Pyramid Head. He's from I technically count him as a horror.
Wait, who?
Figure.
Who is it?
Pyramid Head.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Do you know Silent Hill or Dead by Daylight?
No, I haven't watched those movies.
No, those are games.
Oh, okay.
Games.
Oh, see, there you go. I have to tell everyone from the 411 podcast, I have to share something with y'all. I am 40 years old, and I will be 41 years old. And you won't catch me in the dark, I'll tell you that. I don't watch too many scary movies in my life that I'm not going down any dark alleys. I'm not walking into any dark rooms. The lights better be on, or my ass is not going in there, period. I'm looking underneath everything. I'm checking things. And this time of year, I'm really on point because people like to play games and stuff. So,
yeah, I'm trying to think of something that, like, not to be honest, like, in your generation. Let me think of, like...
Okay. So when I was growing up, it was Freddy Krueger, of course. There was always this back and forth between which one was better, Freddy Krueger or Jason. So people from my generation, we went back and forth. And then Michael Myers was sort of like on his own little thing. Like, no one ever really matched him up with any of those two. Yeah, I think those were the main 3. And then, of course, there were the Hellraiser movies. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Pinhead was nothing to F with at all, period. When he came...
So you call him Pinhead.
When he came, you knew that it was going to be a problem.
I might actually do a makeup look as Pinhead, but I don't know how to do, like, the spikes.
When it came to horror movies, like when I saw Hellraiser, I was like, oh, this is something completely different. Let me stay away. And I'll tell you that even, like the little Rubik's Cube, I wouldn't even play with that because it was a box. Anything that was like a little box, I was very leery of picking it up after watching those
movies. What about the Saw franchise? What about that?
That didn't scare me. I was older at that point, but mm, that's a little sick and twisted. And there are some weird people out there that might do some crazy shit like that. So it was more so of like, yeah, this really could happen type thing.
I know that's the one that freaked me out the most because like it's plausible to happen in real life. Like Freddy Krueger stuff, like yeah, it's scary, but like when it's so real, like it could happen and all like that. And especially, I like suspense horror, like stuff like Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm,
That one's really good.
Anybody go to like hay rides and haunted houses and stuff like this time of year? Anybody?
Yeah, fun fact: there is an abandoned asylum in my state.
I've heard of that before, but see, where is that located?
Well, it's the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, and it's in Weston.
Hmm. Well, here's the thing that always freaks me out about going to those places, because I watch these movies and stuff. So I always say, what if some crazy ass MFer decided to say tonight's gonna be the night that I start messing some things up. And I'm going to go to a haunted hayride or a haunted house. I'm going to hang out in there and hide in there. But I'm going to really be killing people for real.
That's like what movie was it where like a guy actually went into the haunted house and actually killed people in there. Movie where killer kills people in haunted house.
Now, why did your voice just change and get crazy like that?
What is it called?
Don't be
Hell House?
Don't be switching your voice and getting crazy. I'm like, why did your voice change like that? Are you trying to tell me something?
I forget. I literally just watched it online on Netflix. I've been watching so much Netflix now.
Did you watch the movie? What was it called? Hostel?
I think so. I watched a lot of. What show did I do? I'm now watching Gotham.
I don't really watch TV, so you're probably gonna name all of these things I've vaguely heard of and probably will never even see.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what old shows. I'm trying to think of like something that like back in your day.
Now don't try to make me sound too old now. Back in your day. Oh, that's funny.
Well, mostly on Netflix, I watch either anime or horror movies.
So, do you like the Leprechaun movies? Have you ever seen them?
I think I've seen only one. I know there's like a couple.
Yeah, they kind of got a little out of control afterwards.
Yeah, I mean that's with all movies. They're like we gotta make money, franchise, merch.
Now, have you seen this new Jason Kills? Halloween Kills. Serene Poem.
No, but I have heard of it.
What are the reviews like? What is everyone thinking about this movie?
So far, I think people like some of the scenes. They were like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but there's this one where people were kind of grossed out on.
I saw it, so you can tell me.
Like, wasn't it like one of the guys like literally went for the eyeball?
I don't remember. Oh, something like that. I think so. I think I know what you're talking about. I think that they did a lot of excessive killing in the movie. Like, I never really remember Michael Myers just sitting there killing people. Like, Freddy Krueger would do something like that. He'll just mess with you and keep stabbing you and playing games and laughing. This one here, they had him just doing the most ridiculous thing over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, I don't remember him being like that. I remember him just doing some effed up stuff and keeping it moving, almost like Jason. He'll just jack you up and then leave.
Okay. I just found the movie where people actually went when the killers killed people in a haunted house. It's called Hellfest.
Okay.
Where he literally murders people in a haunted house, and after a couple of like days they find them.
So
I'm
now,
on Netflix right now. I'm like, ooh.
have you seen the movie The Human Centipede?
Oh, okay. Can we talk about the second one?
I saw a couple of them, and all of them were gross. I can't even believe those movies
The
at all.
one with like the pregnant lady in the car.
It's been such a long time. What happened?
So basically, like she was pregnant and her water broke, and she was trying to escape because she was like in like the Human Centipede, and she was literally about to give birth. And so she stopped in the car, and literally was like, boom, the baby literally like yeeted itself out of her. And like the killer guy is like the Human Centipede like scientist dude.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't really a scientist. He was like kind of like a copycat, but like he was like a fan basically. And he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go get you again." So the baby was on the gas pedal, like the fresh out of the womb baby. And the girl, she had to step on the brake, or not brake, the gas pedal.
I don't believe it.
So yeah, that baby.
I don't remember seeing that. That's some sick, twisted stuff there.
Yeah, like body horror stuff. It's like really creepy. Like, do you know Tusk?
I gasped.
Like
I gasped so hard because of a name that I saw on TikTok that I'm not repeating, and I think it's so funny how people can have some interesting handle names like that, and then they'll go ahead and delete people or block people for some things that they say. Now, if I sit there and repeat that name that's out there on TikTok, I'm sure I could get myself into some trouble. But the only thing that I have to say about that is, what's going on? If that's your name and that's what you're into, how are you doing? Thank you for coming to the 411.
Yeah, like horror movies about like basically like Tusk and Human Centipede. I'm like, ooh, like horror movies, they don't affect me as much, except when I have to have like some sort of light on, because if not, I'm like, look, that closet, my closet looking kind of sketchy.
I'm telling you, I will not go anywhere in the dark.
Oh yeah,
won't do it.
Especially since my dorm room, well, not my dorm room, but like the little dorm is kind of low key haunted.
Wait, excuse me. Say it again, please. I want to make sure that I got this right.
My dorm is slightly haunted.
And how do you know that?
So there's this ghost, and she walks around the area open, like it gets cold or things get misplaced and things. Now we don't know her history because her name, there's a folder and it's like really old, but there's nothing in there.
Okay, okay. So there's a folder. There's nothing in there, and this folder is where?
It's in like one of the compartments for like where the RAs, like the resident advisors, like have all the folders with the names of like the residents. But it's always updated. However, they have that old folder, but there's nothing in it. But it has the ghost name. Ooh. And like ghosts are, they're pretty spooky, not gonna lie. And especially at the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, I did have like kind of a ghost experience.
I want to know why you're still there if you know that there's a ghost in there. That's what I want to know.
I mean, the ghost is finding, it's not like an angry ghost. It's just chilling. Though, my rule is if you don't screw with us, we're not going to screw with you. So far, nothing bad has happened. Though, if anything, like, moves off of the shelves or, like, there's, like, writing on the windows and mirrors, like, go away, I'll be like, okay, work. Yeah. I'm just going to leave real quick.
That cracks me up, too, because in the movies, when you see the writings on the wall, like, get out, go away, stupid stuff like that, people will just be sitting there like, did you hear that? Did you see it? No. Because if something like that happens, there is going to be no, did you hear it? Did you see it? first thing people are going to say, well, where the hell did he go? And I'm going to be in my damn car down the road somewhere. That's what I'm going to be doing. And
you know the movies, the scary movie?
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah,
horror
yeah.
movies?
The spoof off of Scream.
Yeah, there's this one where blood is like writing, and she's like, I can't read that, so it just works into a map. And she's like, okay, she just writes it down. Oh my god.
You know what
This looks like me.
the funniest thing, I don't know which one it was, but the cat, when the cat was fighting the girl,
Oh yeah.
that one was funny. And the clown was funny too. I guess that was all in
I
the
might
same.
actually rewatch the scary movies because, well, I was close with this one upperclassman, and we would always like watch Netflix horror movies and stuff. Like when I saw The Nun with him, like there was this one scene where, you know, back in the old days, because they couldn't tell if you were like dead, so they would put bells.
Oh yeah.
And there was a scene where all the bells in the cemetery went off, and I would be, if I was in there, I'll be like, nope.
I don't play with cemeteries. Some people will go there just to hang out and think that it's fun. I was talking to somebody, and I don't know who it was. It might have been a photographer or somebody. And they're like, oh, yeah, I love going to cemeteries. And I just looked at them like, excuse me? Because I'm not going in there. You can, but I'm not going in there playing around on top of anybody's grave. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, the thing that I do not mess with is like cemeteries. Like, well, when I was younger, to practice for my driving test and all that, my dad would be in the car when we would drive around like the cemetery.
What?
There was like a circle area.
Why would you pick that place to drive?
Well, it was like a close, well, not like closed off area, but there was like not a lot of traffic. And
no, not at all. You know what?
Boards, like you know what I mean, like the Luigi. I see Luigi boards from this one YouTube meme. You probably don't know.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I don't mess with. Movies like that play with Ouija boards and stuff. I will turn them off. I don't even play with that stuff. Not at all.
There's this one horror game called Phasmophobia, and sometimes the Ouija board spawns, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'd rather just like call the ghost name, and then the ghost will get mad and then murder me.
Oh my goodness.
Am I good at the games? No. Do I have fun? Maybe sometimes.
What are you gonna be for Halloween?
Do you know SpongeBob SquarePants?
Yeah, I love SpongeBob.
Do you know the movie where it's like Sexy Patrick Star, like with the fishnet?
Yeah, I didn't really care for that. That one I really didn't care for too much, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm really gonna be him, like Patrick Star with the fishnets. I'm gonna put face paint on me to be pink. I'm gonna have a wig. Yeah.
What was your favorite SpongeBob episode?
Oh gosh, the one where they went to Sandy Cheeks' house and they're like, I need it.
Yes. Oh my God, that is so funny. I love that one. Yeah. Oh man, that is funny. I like that one. I love anything with Mrs. Puff when he makes her blow up. I love that. Especially the driving stuff. Cracks me up. I know a lot of people out there who can't drive like SpongeBob. Like he's crazy.
And especially for well, most of the costumes I have yet to do, since it's like almost Halloween. I have a couple of makeup looks planned. I know I'm gonna be a pirate one of the days. I've just been like a lot of different characters. I'm pretty good with makeup. Like I can work with what I have. So I hope that the face paint works out. If not, I'm just gonna put concealer on myself to smack on pink eyeshadow.
Now, do you go to the Halloween?
All on a budget.
You go to the Halloween spirit store?
Oh my gosh, that store, I literally go every year, and I get a wig because I'm kind of like a cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
So
wait, now
I have
explain that to me.
Yeah. Cosplayer. So you basically dress up as like a certain character from a video game. Like basically, you make yourself into that specific character.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's the purpose of that?
With the wigs that I have like 5 because cosplaying can be expensive.
What is the purpose of dressing up like a character? What do you get out of that?
It's basically like having fun. It's basically kind of like acting, especially like you dress up as a character and you can become the character. Other people recognize you, like especially when I walk around campus or go into the dining hall, especially. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I have on the makeup look because I'm like, listen, it's gonna be too much work to take it off and go eat, so might as well just go ahead and have on look like you probably don't know the meme of like Bowsette, but I was like Boozette. So I was basically like that. And I just went over to eat at the dining hall and I was like, all right, cool. Sometimes I get compliments like when people recognize the character. I'm like, thank you. Mm. It's funny when my other floor mates are with me because they're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's basically to have fun and basically kind of like a confidence booster. Like, oh my gosh, people recognize you as the character.
Now, I don't know what this is, but Jetta says, I need help with my cosplay game. I want to be Smokey Quartz for Halloween. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that's from Steven Universe. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Basically, like, that's like a gem fusion. I love gem fusions. I actually want to do a original character gem fusion look. So for me, for costumes and things, for me, I just use clothes that I like own. That way it's interchangeable. Because costumes come and go, but they can be very expensive, or it takes really months for it to order on certain websites. And sometimes when you finally have it over, sometimes it's not the right size or not the right color.
Now, when that happens, do you send the stuff back?
Sometimes, but normally you either don't get a refund. They don't have your actual size. Like it's just a lot of hassle and work.
Is that because it's coming from overseas?
Yeah, basically. And especially like the different size charts and things. Like you gotta be very careful. And it could be like, especially certain wigs. That's why for me, I got some stuff from like Spirit Halloween store because like it's there and you can actually like see in person. Because like Amazon, I have like 2 wigs that I got from there, and to be Smoky Quartz and things, there's like some certain wigs you can get. I like, especially for makeup, as long as like you have fun with it and you can basically practice and see what works, because especially for me, some wigs can be really heavy, like my Juka and Shima wig. So basically, it's the main wig. But then I clip on ponytails, and the ponytails are probably like 2 pounds or something. They're very heavy. And I like literally like the main part of the wig. So, beauty is pink.
I don't know what any of that stuff is, but okay.
Yeah, I could probably show you some of the makeup and like costume stuff. I was like, oh wait, do you know the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes.
Okay, I was Frankenfurter a couple days ago.
Now I don't know who the people are, but I've seen little pieces of it here and there, but I've never watched it from top to bottom.
He's like the main character.
Oh,
come up.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen that live?
I want to so bad. You don't understand. I want to go to a live and like dress up as Frankenfurter again, and just go and just have fun. Oh my gosh, I would love it.
Now, I heard that they like do weird stuff, like throw stuff on you.
I feel like for interactions with the audience and stuff, because I know, oh, what was it? Actually, there's some stuff on campus, like there was actually a drag show on campus.
And who put that on?
I think it's some of the, what are they called? Like, it's some of the groups and organizations on campus. They're like, yeah, here you go. And I had so much fun. There's this one, there's like, I don't know, there's like a drag king. There's some drag queens, because I also want to be a drag king one of these days. His name's Richard Long, because, you know, a nickname for Richard, so it's like...
Oh, my goodness. I get it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. So, go ahead and let everybody know where they can follow you at. Because I know you're on Instagram, but are you on any other social media platforms?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. The Instagram, or not Instagram, the Twitter handle is KO Neutral Pod, so CHAO and then Neutral Pod. Of course, I'm on, you know, Instagram at Chaotic Neutral Pod, and you can actually follow my podcast on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other streaming websites where you can listen to podcasts, and it's Chaotic Neutral, and it's the one with the cat.
Yes. Now, is that your cat? Good night, SOS.
Yeah.
And what's your cat?
His name's Juju, and he's 23 pounds. He's a big boy. He's a Hemingway, so that's why he's so big.
Hemingway. Never heard of that before.
Okay, so fun fact. Do you know the author Ernest Hemingway?
Yes.
So basically, he bred all these cats. They're polydactyl, so they have an extra, like,
I love them.
finger on their paws.
Yeah.
And actually, at the Hemingway house, all of the, like, basically descendants of the original cats are in the house.
Is that where they came from? The extra...
Yeah, they probably bred them, actually, because, you know, there's so many different cat breeds. So they probably, maybe, like, sold some, and then they just came over here. Or I don't know if there's other people that made, like, Hemingway cats.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the hairless cats?
Hairless cats, I mean, they're cute in their own little way. I would love to put, like, little outfits on them, because I feel like they'll be really cold since they don't have hair.
You know, they have hairless dogs, too, and hairless cats. And you said that they're cute in their own little way?
Wait, let me look at hairless dogs. That's interesting.
I'll let you know what I think about them after you get done doing that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Mm-hmm. I used to work at a pet store, and we've seen things like hairless dogs, hairless cats. We even seen some things like hairless guinea pigs. They were called skinny pigs. Have you ever seen them?
Guinea pig, hairless.
Skinny pig. Just type in skinny pig.
Ooh, yeah.
Anything that doesn't have hair the way it's supposed to, that I've come across, is the most hideous thing that I've seen. And I'm not trying to say anything against people who have hairless animals, but I just don't think that they're... Sorry, not my thing.
They're the ones that I'm looking at. They're very much very odd.
That's to say a few words. Very odd. So, is there anything that you'd like to go ahead and leave us with before we go ahead and get off of here? This was some great conversation tonight. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, no problem. I love interacting, talking with other people. Love, just communicating. Very good at talking, especially since, my major is communication disorders. So, I help people with, speech and all that. So, words. Gotta love them. So, let me think of, a fun fact or something to leave you with. Flamingos. So, you know how, it's their quote-unquote knee that bends? It's not actually their knee, it's their ankle.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep.
And
it's actually their ankle that was bending.
Well, here, I have a fun fact about flamingos. Do you know why they're pink?
because of the shrimp, what they eat, because they're normally like white or like clear.
Yeah. All right, so that's
yeah.
weird.
I know so many weird animal facts. Yeah.
Give me another animal fact.
So giraffes, sometimes when they fight, they literally smack each other with their necks.
That's weird. I think I heard of that before.
And cows walk downstairs, but they can't walk up.
Well, how the hell do they? Wait a minute. How do they get up there then?
They can't because of how their knees bend.
Cows can walk down the stairs, but they can't get up.
Like they can't walk up the stairs; they can only walk down.
How would they get up the stairs in the first place? Is what I want to know.
Well, you just gotta ask a cow, or just
Now,
because of their anatomy, they physically can't. So other people have to help the poor cows.
have you ever seen a giraffe laying down?
I don't think so.
Isn't that strange? Certain animals, you never see them laying down. Like, I'm not quite sure I've ever seen a cow laying down. I think if a cow lays down, then that's a problem, right?
Or if the cow lays down, then it becomes ground beef.
Oh, Lord. That was pretty funny. That is funny. And I think there's a thing about horses too. Like once they lay down, you know that they're like gonna die or something.
Oh yeah, there's this one TikToker for horses and people when they're like, oh, is the horse okay? And like some horses, they just like to lay down, like rubbing the dirt and things.
Do they?
Well, I think it depends on the breed. I don't know. I'm not a horse girl. Like the meme of horse girls. Oh my god.
I'll tell you.
I'm not a horse expert.
That's one animal that I don't play with is a horse. People are like, oh, it's so cute, this, that, next, the other. Hell no, I want nothing to do with them. They bite, they kick, they're big as hell.
Oh yeah, their kicks are so powerful.
And then people are like, yeah, I got bit by my horse, or my horse kicked me. And I'm like, and what did you do with it? Oh, nothing. I'm going to go and, attend to it today. I'm like, no. You only got one time to bite me, and there's going to be a problem. And another animal that I really could care less for are deer. What do you think about that?
There's so many here. Oh my gosh, so many.
Causing,
especially because, a lot of geeky folks, they love deer.
Causing accidents, just being a nuisance, being all over the place. That's why I really don't care for them. It's like they can't hear the cars coming. They can't see the cars coming. The cars get right up on them, and then they start freaking out. I don't know. That's the most ridiculous animal I've seen. Something comes flying at you, damn near 100 miles per hour, and it just sits there and looks. Like.
Oh, what's the animal? What is the armadillo? Animal starts with P.
Did you say an armadillo?
It's not a pangolin. I knew it.
A penguin?
It looks like armadillo, but it isn't. Pangolins are so cute. They literally look so nervous because they're two hands together. Like, excuse me. Oh,
I'm looking it up right now. How do you spell it? Let me see.
Pangolins.
Wait. Pangolins. Let me see. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I want no parts of this thing. That is not. You like that?
Yeah, they look so nervous. Oh.
Yeah, look like it can cause some damn problems and tear something up.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, with their claws, they'll probably scratch furniture or something.
Yeah, no, I want no parts of that at all. All right, so you clearly are a true animal lover. And from this point on, anything that I say about animals clearly is not going to fly with you. So, no. I used to work at a pet store, and I used to really like animals when I was younger, but today, nah, I can't do it. The person I am today, I just look at pets from a distance. You have all the pets in the
What
world.
about fairies?
They stink. And I get they say, oh, yeah, you remove the scent gland and all that shit. The thing that I really have to say about removing the scent gland and they're not going to smell and all of this stuff is BS. I was going to say the real thing, but BS. It's not true. And the more that you wash ferrets, the more that they, what is it, excrete their oils from their skin. And it's just a whole process. So people think they're doing something by, oh, I'm going to get a ferret and I'm just going to wash it and wash them and keep them clean. You're actually just causing more issues and it's going to be more stinky and musky smelling because it's a muskrat. Ugh. No, no,
But
thank
they're
you.
so cute, though.
Yeah, they're nice from a distance, but go pet a whole bunch of ferrets, right? Pet a whole bunch of ferrets, and then smell your hands afterwards, and see how cute they are after that. Najee beats bangs. What's going on? I see you out there on TikTok. But yeah, no, I'm not a fan of ferrets at all. But I love people
Yeah,
and their pets. I love them from a distance. I just don't want any of my own.
I get that, yeah. And I guess once you work with animals long enough, you start to
Oh my
not
goodness.
like
I
them.
used to get so annoyed by people coming up to me crying because their cat is no longer eating this specific brand of Fancy Feast or Friskies. I used to look at them and in my mind I used to be like, you know you're crazy, right? Because back in the day, there's so many pets out there that would just be thankful to get a meal. Hell, there's so many people out there that are thankful to get a meal. And you're huffing and puffing and getting crazy saying that, you know, your cat is not going to eat this or your dog is not going to eat this. Please don't feed them for a couple days and watch what happens. I'm sure that that animal, because that's exactly what it is going to eventually eat one way or the other.
And like old Bartholomew Jr. Snuggles the first, if he isn't going to eat his, premium dishes, it's like, bro, like especially my family, I'm more of a cat person.
Mm-hmm.
And literally cats, you just be like, okay, here's your bowl of food. And they'll be like, all right, you'll probably see me like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, dogs, oh my gosh, some dogs, like the dog that we have now, my mom loves her, but she's so picky with her food. I'm like, are you serious?
My dogs, all of my dogs will eat all of their food and turn around and look at me and want to eat mine. And I'm like, you just ate all that food. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah. Dogs are cool though. I like dogs, but yeah, I like.
Yeah, one dog that I want is a Saint Bernard because I want like a big fluffy dog. And imagine if like the dog, like a Saint Bernard, wants to jump up and hug you, I will really get engulfed in fur and fluff, and I do not mind that.
Fur and slob too.
It's just a lot of dogs.
You're okay with the dog slobbering all over you?
It's okay, I don't mind. It's adorable and cute. It's fine. I'll look past any flaws.
Oh my god, that's just. Like I can't. I can't. Oh
Listen,
well. Okay.
if you want to look at a big fluffy puppo in the eyes with their big brown eyes, you're gonna be like, ew, you're gross because you slobber.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, don't bring that over here on me. You have to understand what type of person I am. You gotta understand. You know what? When I'm walking and I see people picking up after their dogs, I'm trying to make sure I don't say bad words tonight, and I'm doing pretty good. But when I see them, I mean, big mounds of dog crap that they're putting their hand through with the bag, and they're smiling at me as they're closing up the bag. And the only thing that I'm thinking to myself is, what does that smell like? You're sitting there smiling and you're smelling dog shit. Like, it's not funny and it's not cute at all. And you got this big ass dog that's shitting all over the place, and you have to go behind it and pick it up and scoop it up with your hand. And ugh, only thing I think of is I sure hope that you all are washing your hands when you get back in your house.
Yeah, like picking up when you pick it up, and it's like it's warm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and what happens when it's like not solid and it's mushy and it's all stuck in the blades of the grass, and then you got to keep going like this to get the poop out of the grass, and then it never really gets out of the grass properly, and then an innocent person comes by and steps on it, and even though they're not really stepping in a full mound of dog crap, they're still getting some of the residue on their shoes and stuff. I can't, man. I can't. I can't. And I used to have dogs. I used to be that person, and I can't do it anymore. But after I look at that, I walk past and I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to do that. Thank God I don't have any dogs or any pets. I can't leave that to somebody else to handle that. Well, it's time for us to get out of here. So thank you so much, Chaotic, for joining. I appreciate you.
No problem. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we went around in so many different topics. We so were chaotic tonight. We talked about horror movies. We talked about SpongeBob. We talked about cosplay. We ended up talking about pets, all kinds of crazy things, smashing cars up, and yeah, ghosts in your dorm and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So this is cool. So I definitely would like to invite you to come back on in the future. Definitely would love to continue our conversation. So good luck with everything. Be safe out there. I know that the college kids are not wearing masks. Do they make you at least get the COVID vaccine to go to college?
Well, certain people or like clubs, for most events, they'll be like only people that are vaccinated. This event, though, outdoors, when you're outside of the buildings, you don't have to wear a mask, but inside buildings you have to. And if you don't, you get written up and stuff. So they're very strict on that.
Well, it's gonna buckle up, hang tight, because this ride is gonna get real bumpy as we go into this winter season. There's gonna be a lot of things going on that we just can't even imagine. So stay safe out there.
I will.
Okay. All right. Take care. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Night.
All right. Good night. All right, y'all. 411 listeners, thank you so much for hanging in there with me tonight. That was Chaotic Neutral. Go ahead and support her podcast, Chaotic Neutral Podcast. So now, if you would like to go ahead and support the 411 podcast or Reading Between the Lines, go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms. And I'm so thankful to be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, DLive, Twitch. And I just want to say a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there, people who listen and watch the replays. Thank you so much for coming through. I definitely, appreciate. And of course, I have to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give you all the 411 podcast one more time in life, because without him, none of this would be possible. And, of course, you wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, tomorrow we have Farrah Davidson coming in the building. It's going to be great. Beautiful woman, and can't wait to speak to her tomorrow. And one thing that I want to go ahead and leave each and every one of y'all with is money. Hey, what's going on, Kentucky Boy 88? We're getting ready to get on up out of here. But one thing that I want to leave you with is money. Be careful with it. Some people say money is the root of all evil and all of that crazy stuff. But what I truly believe is that if you have a good heart, when you have money, you're going to do good things with it. If an evil heart, an evil spirit. When you get money, you're going to do some wicked, you're going to do some evil things in it. And one thing that I always say is, if you really want to know who your friends are and you really want to know who is around you, if they have good intentions and things like that, just pray for them. Pray for them to get a whole bunch of money. And when I say a whole bunch of money, I mean a whole bunch of money. Because when they get that money, what they do with it is really going to show you the true test right there. Don't hate on anybody. Don't wish anything ill will. If anything, wish them nothing but abundance and wish them a prosperous life. Because once they get that money, if they don't have good intentions, it's not going to last anyway. And you're going to really see the true person. Money just allows you to be the person who you really are. All it is the range just changes. You get a bigger range and you're able to reach and you're able to connect and you're able to do whatever, or you're able to be, more evil and more malicious and more, the whole nine towards, whoever is around you. So wish them luck. Wish them the best in life. And you know what? Get whatever you want. Because if you're going to do something evil behind it, that really has nothing to do with you. Because at the end of the day, those same people, they ain't going to be nothing today or tomorrow anyway, because they're not doing the right thing with what they get. So whatever you get, you got to do the right thing with it, and that's just the bottom line. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Good night, Kentucky Boy 88. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate that. Miss Lee Dennis, Jetta from My Rap Tribe. I saw SOS out there. It's All in the Cars with Kathy was out there. Najee Beats Bangs came through. Mambo 9. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I will see you tomorrow right here, 10 o'clock. Farrah Davidson in the building. Thank you all so much for hanging in. Take care now. Good night. Good night.